Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Black Manga Critic here. Just talking about stuff, talking about manga, talking about life, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's what we would call a chill stream. Got my water, you know what I mean? Gotta stay hydrated. I'm gonna be in bed pretty soon, but I just wanted to make. I was trying to make sure that if I'm like in a certain mood and I really want to stream, and I'm just gonna stream. You know what I mean? I try to get that done. Uh, I also wanted to talk about some things that I'm setting up, things that I want to get done, um, that I'm really hyped for. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's about it. About it. I wanted to do a stream strictly on mental health. I can't do that tonight because I think like it's a little bit too important to kind of like say, okay, this is just kind of going to be like a side thing. I've done one before, but I feel like that wasn't as like official in a certain way. And I just want to make sure like one, like when I do it right, I guess, because it's really important, and really wanted to talk about it. Yeah, but I guess where I want to start is just say one. Kind of start with on the manga side. Very quickly, there are I want to say two things that I'm really sort of trying to set up at the moment. Um, the first thing is making sure that I get my first discussion live stream, my all women live stream discussion set up. That's like I want to get that set up. All right, I've already got people that are interested. I've already got women who are interested. They seem like dope people. Some of them I know and they're dope. Some of them I don't know as well, but they seem dope anyways. Like so, I don't think it's going to be an issue in terms of like people, talking with one another, discussing the manga and having, generally having a good time, and feeling like it's a space where they can talk about certain things, without like it being like a sausage fest or whatever. Because sometimes it's not the best thing. You know what I mean? All right, but the first manga, all right, I put out a tweet. I was like, hey, what should we talk about? What should be the manga that we like read? And there were a few choices. There were some choices. There are some things that I'm thinking about. There are definitely some manga that I'm thinking about. Putting in terms of like the next one. I think I have an idea of what the next manga will be. And I will let people know. I think like this one, I should have let people like decide. Depending on how well this discussion goes, I might make it another sort of like, hey, like y'all decide on like what the manga should be. And if, depending on that, but I think the next one is going to be like my choice. The third time we do the third discussion will be like, okay, I'll let people choose. But it depends on how it goes. Maybe what will happen is, there'll be like a certain group of people and I'll be able to work with them, often, and we'll like set something up. There are a bunch of people that I have to contact to see like what their schedules look like and everything like that. But it's going to be like a full like stream. People are going to be talking about the manga. It's going to be pretty cool. But again, the first manga that we're discussing is Tokyo Tarareba Girls. Like that first volume, all right? Again, Tokyo Tarareba Girls. That's by Akiko Higashimura, and she is a phenomenal manga. I adore her work. She is, if you don't already know, the manga for Princess Jellyfish, which is also phenomenal. If I had to be perfectly honest, I would say like I've thought about like a top 4 like manga like for me, but I feel like Princess Jellyfish probably also in my top 5. If I had to like be perfectly honest. Just as like a series in terms of what it is and how great it is and how great it's written and drawn and everything, the aesthetic. It's all just dope. So I would say Princess Jellyfish is probably in my top 5. I gotta write that down at some point and just like make sure y'all know like what my top 5 looks like. I'm not gonna do that right now because like it's hard. And when you get asked, when you get prompted, like it's difficult. I would say that's definitely in there. Yoshihiro Tatsumi's A Drifting Life is definitely in there. I could pick anything by Yoshihito Tatsumi, but I think that one is probably the best because it's just such a like large work and it's just really dope. But that's all here nor there. We're not doing a top 5 discussion stream. Like we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. All right. Though we could do that. I think that's something that I do want to do in the future. I just ask some people, get them on a stream, have them set up their top 5s, and then be able to sort of like quickly discuss why each of those manga that are in their top 5s are in the top 5. So that's something I might do as well. I'm gonna write that down because I always write my ideas down so I remember them because I tend to forget my ideas. If you were like, so I consider myself to be a poet because I write a lot of poetry. So like if like I might have an idea for a poem and then like or a line will just kind of like a line will just kind of like sort of form in my mind as I'm like sleeping or as I'm like half asleep or something like that, or if I'm just moving around, working, doing whatever, and like I might forget that line and I'm like, and I'll be upset if I forget that line. So I just made it a habit to like write those things down. And I'm gonna write this idea down. Like everybody has a top 5 that's in the stream and discusses a bit about why each of those mangas in their top 5. So I think that's something I want to do at some point. I'm really just trying to like branch out, trying to do as many things as possible without like overexerting myself, I think. And making sure that when I schedule these things, like it's not like, oh, every week I'm going to be doing this. It's like, no. Every week generally you'll see a weekly Shonen Jump like live reaction / initial thoughts. You'll see that, and you will probably see like me reacting to another manga. Some things I have to get back to. I actually got Yawn of the Dawn in the mail a while ago, but I want to react to that. Like last time I thought I was like somewhere in the middle of like volume 7. So I'm gonna probably buy volume 8 at some point, most likely this Saturday, because I'll be in the area where my comic shop is, where my manga shop is, and so I'll go get that. I'll go get volume 8 so I can do a like proper live reaction to like roughly like 9, like I would say like maybe 9 or 10 chapters or something like that. So that'll come back probably this Saturday. And then I got to get back to Monster because Monster is dope. So I don't know, maybe that'll be like Sunday, depending on my schedule, depending on how much work I'm doing and everything like that. But you already know what it is, what I sort of generally want to do with the channel in terms of like constant weekly content. But just to kind of go back to like the live stream discussion, again, Tokyo Tarareba Girls is going to be the first volume that we discuss. People have already shown like their interest in being a part of that discussion. I'm just really going to be moderating. Like I'm not going to like go all so I think this is like this is my channel. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get to talk whenever I want to talk. You know what I mean? If I want to just like start streaming, I can start streaming, right? But this is really like a space for people who don't who might not often get a chance to talk about like these manga in this type of like community, to be like, hey, I'm like intelligent, like I'm sharp, like I know my manga, I love manga, I want to talk about this manga with like-minded people. So that's kind of the goal of these like streams, especially women, because I feel like they're like it's not to say that these spaces don't exist, but it's just like I kind of want like more guys to be aware of the conversations that are already going on when it comes to these manga. Like there are so many different podcasts, people on Twitter, YouTube that talk about manga all the time that are dope, and I'm always like learning from them and catching new manga, new manga suggestions from them and stuff like that. So for me it's y'all know me. I'm a big feminist. Like that's who I am. So it's always important for me to keep doing these things, to keep keep like promoting women and keep giving them even more space to like do and do things to talk about the stuff that they love and everything like that. The other thing, all right, I'm not sure about a time or a date yet, because what I usually do is I get everybody together, all right, that I know like wants to be a part of like the discussion, and then I say, hey, like, okay, what day, what days usually work for everybody sort of involved, and like what times work for everybody sort of involved, right? Right? Because there's a lot that goes into it. You got to figure out like what like where are people in terms of like their time zones. You know, what are their sort of work schedules like what days are they often available, and and like what month like are they generally sort of free. Like it takes time, so right now is like really kind of like the beginning stages of it, and just saying like this is what I want to do, but then the planning like takes a while, but it's always worth it. It's always worth it. I've done it in the past, and it is always completely worth it. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. That discussion, I think, is going to be really dope. I would say I have an idea of what the next volume is going to be, the next first volume. It's always like one volume that we discuss. We don't discuss like a whole series or anything like that, because that would take too long, I think. And I really kind of want us to be able to like sort of like, get like sort of first impressions and see like where, how we feel about those volumes and everything like that. As opposed to like, okay, let's discuss like a whole series and let's do that. Because like that's not really like what I'm necessarily doing with this channel in terms of that. But that might be something that we do in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, we'll see. But the next thing that's kind of like a sort of video, so like in terms of content that I want to do is I want to interview women who are fans of manga and anime and like comics and all that stuff. Like obviously, right? They might be fans of other things as well, obviously TV, whatever, film, all that stuff. But video games, right? But manga specifically because I adore manga. I love manga. I'm the Black manga critic, right? So manga, okay? That's what I want to do. Kind of in the vein of like, what other sort of YouTubers have been doing, kind of like Dustin, you know what I mean? I think Dustin is like one of those guys who's like, really kind of like taken the idea of like what it means to be a manga YouTuber and just kind of like flipped it on its head, and really sort of like done like a really neat bit of subversion with it. So, like definitely like an inspiration in terms of like a content creator and stuff like that. So shout out to you, Dustin, for that. Check out Dustin Reacts and his like, manga videos and all that stuff. Got some good stuff. Also shout out to Dustin for that video on, what day was it? Was it Sunday? Really dope content. You had it like at the end of one of the streams. I can't remember the title of it, but everyone that was in the stream was just like, talking about how they felt about Mac Miller and his death and what he meant to them and what he means to them and everything like that. It was really great. And then it's just kind of like, evolved into a sort of discussion about like depression and about anxiety and about, addiction and drug use and all these different things. It was really dope. One of those videos that sort of like really defines like what sort of Dustin like does with his channel. So, shout out to him for that. But yeah, the second thing that I want to do is like interviews. All right, like I want to interview women who are fans of manga, and I want to make sure that we talk about them like as fans of manga, but also as people. You know what I mean? How like does manga sort of like impact their lives in particular ways? Like how is it related to the ways in which they make decisions in their lives? You know what I mean? Like there's like a lot, like, what they like, their beliefs, all these types of different things. That's something that I really want to do. I want more women at the forefront of these discussions, period. Y'all already know me. This is not something that's surprising to you, right? If you followed me for like the year that I've been on like YouTube, like, this ain't surprising because I've been doing this from jump. I've been talking about this from jump. All right. So it is what it is, right? On Twitter, on YouTube. So it ain't surprising. Okay. And I'm looking forward to it because there's some people that I also know are interested. Some people that I know, fairly well from like Twitter and everything like that, and YouTube and everything like that. And it's going to be, I think that's also going to be dope. It's going to be great to sort of hear those different kinds of perspectives. You know what I mean? Because again, another thing you don't hear often, like within that sort of like community, is like, how women feel about the manga that they read and everything like that. So there are definitely a few people that I am looking forward to interviewing, for real, and it's going to be really dope, and I'm looking forward to it. And again, right, some people might be like, hey, like, why don't you like, interview like guys? And I'm like, I think that's something I will do after a bit, like after I've done like, a certain number of interviews. I'll say, hey, like, let me, start interviewing like, queer YouTubers, gay YouTubers, you know what I mean, non-binary folks, like stuff like that, like, you know, transgender YouTubers, you know what I mean, like that, like that's something that I'm gonna be like looking into, you know, because for me, again, it's really important. It's like, look, like there are there are so many like cis het dudes like that are YouTubers out there, like that are manga YouTubers. Like it's like there's like a dime a dozen. So it's like y'all are already out there. Like you already kind of have the spotlight in a lot of ways. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to be like, oh, let me just give you this other space. Like no. Like there's a reason why I'm doing it. There's a reason why I'm doing it this way and why I feel like it's important. And now I'm gonna keep doing that. You know, if you want to like watch like, you know, someone do something else in a different, and do what I'm doing in a different way, then go for it. All right. But that don't mean I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing. All right. Yeah. So those are like the two things that I'm really, really looking forward to setting up. And again, like a lot of it is just like, you know, having a planner. Like I actually have a planner, and like prior to like, you know, working and doing school and doing YouTube and being on Twitter and all these things, like I never thought I needed a planner or anything like that. Now it's like I need like a planner. I need to write down things. I need to do all that stuff. It's a lot of work, you know, and a lot of times I forget things, and I, you know, need to make sure that I write things down so that I don't forget them, so that things like, you know, stay on the up and up. All right. So those are the two things that I really, really want to do. I want to make sure that I put in the work for that I contact the people that I need to contact, that I'm really good about making sure that I'm talking with certain people. And yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Key. Hold on. I actually follow her. She was the one that she reviewed Oku, I believe. She reviewed Oku, I believe. You know, and it is pretty dope. Yeah. I've give me a sec. Sorry, one of my cats is being ridiculous. Mina, get over here. Come here. Mina. Cats are not like dogs. They're not. Like if you ask a cat to come over, they're gonna take their time. They're gonna do whatever it is they're gonna do, and then they're gonna come over to you when they feel like it. You know, cats are cats. All right, but they're still wonderful. But yeah, Mama Love Manga is dope. Like there are definitely like a couple of manga like I've, you know, looked into and said like, yo, like I want to check this out. You know what I mean? And Oku's one of them. I need to get back on Oku. I think that's something I might do that this weekend as well. Like I want to finish volume 1 of Oku. Like not this weekend. I think I want to do that. Maybe this upcoming Tuesday. I think this upcoming Tuesday I'm gonna do that because it's gonna be really dope. I gotta read it. I gotta finish it. So I really want to talk about it, and I really want to discuss it. So I think next Tuesday is when I'm gonna do that Oku read through and really talk about it and discuss it and set up a video for that. All right, so that's gonna be dope. Give me one sec. Let's see. Yo, Naya, what's good? Key, what up? Hype Beast, what's up? Let's see. Yeah, Tatsumi's great. Tezuka is awesome. My fiance actually got me an early birthday present. MW, I believe it's called. It's a manga by Tezuka. Like people have said that it's like sort of like an inspiration for Urasawa's Monster. So I'm really looking forward to seeing like what's going on there. It looks like it's pretty dope and pretty neat, and I really want to read it. Tezuka, I've read what else have I read? Astro Boy is really dope. I've read that. That's pretty cool. You know, so I've read like I think I've only read like a couple of like Tezuka stuff, and then what else? Phoenix I've been trying to track down, and I don't know why for the life of me I can't find any. Oh, and Otakita Hito, of course, right? Otakita Hito and Astro Boy I've read. Like those are the two like Suzuka works that I've read. But I want to read more. So MW is going to be another one that I read that I'm looking forward to. Phoenix I got to be able to find, but I know it's extremely difficult to find, and I know it's probably pretty expensive. But once like I get to a certain place where I can say like, hey, like I want to buy maybe like a volume, every like few months or something like that. That might be something that I look into. All right. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna contact Mama Loves Manga, see if she'd be interested to do like an interview and stuff like that. That'd be pretty dope. I think I can at least try to make that happen. Because we've already kind of come into contact with each other. She's like commented on my Oku video, which is dope. So really looking forward to that. And yeah. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna try that. Let me see. So Hypebeast, what's up? Let me see. BDB, what's up? Why when a guy takes a girl out and she orders everything that's on the dollar menu just because I got some coupons on me and I got the What are you talking about? Oh man, I can't, man. I can't deal with you, man. Yo, that got me dying. Virgo's food. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to like Google that. You're gonna have to Google New York City, EBT card, food stamps, whatever. You're gonna have to Google that, man. All right. Figure that out. All right. What was the next thing I wanted to talk about? In terms of sort of like Comic-Con is coming up. That's something that I'm like really kind of thinking about. That ain't me, Hypebeast. I don't hand out food stamps. I don't hand out EBT, fake EBT cards. I don't do none of that. That ain't me, and nothing illegal over here, all right? You got to ask Virgo-san about that. You got to ask, Master J about that, or whomever you got to go to for what you need. All right, it ain't here though. This ain't it. But in terms of like Comic-Con, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be seeing a lot of people, a lot of folks that I've been looking forward to meeting for a while. All right, and I'm going as Chopper. All right, I got to get the cosplay set up. I got certain things that I need. The main thing is like the shirt, like making the shirt and everything like that. But that's not gonna take like super long at all. But that's the main thing. Like once I do that, then I can't say it on the street. Nah, I can't, man. I can't. Nah. All that black market stuff. Nah, I can't do that. Not on the street. But Comic-Con is gonna be dope. It's gonna be going as Chopper. That's gonna be great. It's always weird because like when you go and you like do a cosplay, people people like who you would never like talk to or like interact with or whatever, you don't think like they interact with you and they take a photo and it's really cool. At some point, I think I'm gonna look through my phone and I'm gonna post like a photo. I'm gonna post one of those from the second Comic-Con that I went to. That was like 2016. So I'm gonna post that. That's gonna be dope. So I'm gonna post that photo. It's like a whole bunch of people like that were doing One Piece cosplays, and it was really great. I'm gonna post that. It's gonna be pretty awesome. And I'm also gonna be like hooking up with certain people, talking to certain people that I know through Twitter. Outside of like the group, right? Outside of like the Comic-Con like dudes like group like that we have set up. Like outside of that, Steven goes to Mr. Manhattan. He I look forward to seeing that. That's gonna be pretty dope. You know what I mean? If Steve can pull it off, shouts out to him. All right. What was I gonna say? But like, there's some people that I'm like looking forward to like connecting with at Comic-Con. Certain people like in certain industry folks and everything like that. That's gonna be pretty cool. Like just be able to have those conversations and to be able to like like learn from like so many of them and see like how like just ask certain questions, you know what I mean? But also just like have like a good time and maybe like have like certain discussions You know what I mean? See what their plans are. Maybe maybe they want to like, go out to lunch with a bunch of people and like have a good time. I mean, like, Comic-Con, this year's Comic-Con to me is gonna be like particularly dope. Like I'm really, really looking forward to this one. I'm gonna meet a bunch of people. Like I'm gonna be like the Black manga critic in earnest for this Comic-Con. So, there's a certain way in which like I gotta make sure that like, not only am I just sort of like, trying to have a good time and moving around and doing certain things and having a great time with my fiance, but also just, because my fiance, she's gonna be going too, right? But also just like, making sure that I'm connecting with certain people that like if there's a panel that I feel like y'all would be interested in, that I like tweet about that panel and do certain things like that. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to that. I think like that's gonna be the first time where like I'm really like I'm gonna like really sort of do like the industry person thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna roast Master J. We're gonna roast him. Yo, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Dude's gonna go back to wherever it is he living, looking like terrible barbecue chicken, man. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. All right, like the chicken that you can't even eat. Like you can't, like it's just not edible. You know what I mean? That's what he's gonna be looking like. All right, so we gonna roast that dude. But what was I gonna say? Family Guy, what's up? What's good? What's good? Keep sending Tagashi those knees. yo, facts. Keep sending Tagashi those Nissan noodles. Yo, shout out to Tagashi, yo. And I wanted to talk about this very quickly. I think this is what I'm kind of like probably gonna try to end the stream on. But like when like there's like a lot of like just kind of jokey like stuff when it comes to Tagashi and Hunter x Hunter, and that's fine. That's like cool. Like I be joking about Tagashi too. I'm like, yo, dude, like you gotta figure something out. Like like you gotta like get like a better chair or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's like certain jokes and whatever. But then there's like but I think there are people that we like we understand like, yo, Tagashi clearly has like issues with his health, right? Back problems are no joke, right? We understand that. We also understand that like Tagashi has a life, that he has a wife who is also in her own right extremely famous internationally. You know what I mean? So it's like nah. It's like, look, like he's got a lot of stuff on his plate. I'm pretty sure they have kids and whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like nah, like some of y'all gotta chill. If you're making jokes and you do certain things like, oh, Tagashi gonna play Dragon Quest, like that's like whatever. That's like, this is just jokes, right? In that sense, they're not like offensive jokes by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. They're just like, yo, Tagashi, like those jokes are like, yo, Tagashi, we miss you. Like we love that Hunter x Hunter greatness. All right, this is the reason why we call you Togashi and not Tagashi sometimes, right? So we get that, right? It's love in that way, but like when you talk about, Tagashi's lazy, or he doesn't care about Hunter x Hunter, or why can't he just why can't he just like let someone else draw it or write the stuff down, or blah 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 or whatever? I'm just like, do you even understand like the words that are coming out of your mouth? Like, do you not get like what it means to be an artist? You know what I mean? Like, do you not understand that? It's like if somebody was came up to like Adele. Like Adele's a singer, right? Like Adele or Beyonce or Black Thought or something like that, right? That's actually a great example, right? It's like somebody came to Black Thought and they were like, yo, Thought, I know you can't, I know you having health issues, so you can't really perform like that. But would you write down the raps and then just like let somebody else rap like for you? Like that's what we're talking about, right? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about like asking a creative, right? Like an artist, an author, a mangaka to be like, you know what? I'm gonna need you to have somebody else work on your baby, on your craft, on your content or whatever. Like what are you talking about? That's like if I ask somebody to like make YouTube videos for me. Like what? That makes no sense. Like that's ridiculous. You know, like it's a ridiculous like request. Like to ask a manga to like have somebody else draw like the manga for them. That like how is that something that comes out of people's mouths? I don't know. But I like, well, no, I do know, right? Because it's like it's greedy. People are greedy. People want the content that they want, and they're willing to say like honestly, like just stupid, like ignorant things to get that content. Like that's why for me, you don't see me like, you know, sitting around in this same chair waiting for Tagashi to like waiting for Hunter x Hunter to come back. I'm not waiting around for that stuff. I'm just like, yo, if it comes back, I'm good. Like if I get 10 chapters like every like year, I'm good. If I get 10 chapters like now, what was it like? It's been like what 4 or something months since we had like some Tagashi content. Like I'm good. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Or maybe 6 months. I don't know how long, but it hasn't been a year, right? So it's just like I'm chilling, yo. You know, I'm good. That's great, and especially because like if someone's like, yo, I'm having a hard time like putting out this content, then I'm like, yo, like someone has a hard time putting out this content. I'm not waiting around for Ayazawa to like put out, you know, more Nana content. Nana is a manga that is really, really dope. I encourage y'all to read it. You know, and there's a sort of similar situation there. And it's like, yo, I'm not waiting around for that. Like same thing with like World Trigger and the manga for World Trigger. I'm not waiting around for it because like I understand what the deal is. I get it. You know, when you are ailing and when you're hurting and when you have like when you got to make sure that you maintain some semblance of good health, you got to focus on that. Because if you don't, you might die. You might actually end up dead. You might actually end up in a hospital, and then you can't do like this. Ain't Bakuman, y'all. This ain't Bakuman. Bakuman is a shonen manga that like at one point is like, I gotta draw even if it costs me my health. I'm like, there's a reason why it's like that's put in a shonen manga, and like it's not something that you're supposed to like strive for. You're not supposed to strive to like, you know, hurt yourself more in the hospital working on a certain thing. Like you take your rest, right? Take breaks. That's why I'm always talking about mangaka getting more breaks. If Oda, for me, I'd be like, yo, Oda, take you know, if Oda took a solid month and then just said, you know what, I'm gonna crank out content for whatever, I'll be just fine with that because then I know he's well rested. He's good. He's gotten like you know what I mean. Like he's gotten he's gotten to work on certain things, you know, a bit longer than usual. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. I would love to see a shift in like Weekly Shonen Jump and in the manga industry and in the way that the content that the mangaka you know gets to sort of like do their work. Like that to me would be like phenomenal. Like there's a reason why like Tagashi struggles, right? It's just like and for me it's like. If Tagashi like gets to just say, hey, like I need this amount of time to rest so that when I get back to making this Hunter x Hunter stuff, like I can put out the content that y'all want, that y'all looking for. So to me, that's dope. That's dope. If Tagashi gets that rest, comes back, puts out the content, goes back to get some more rest, goes back and puts out content, and like he's chilling, I'm chilling. I'm good because I know I'm gonna get. I know like whatever it is that he puts out, I'm probably gonna be invested. You know what I mean? That's not to say I'm gonna love every chapter or anything like that, but I'm generally going to be invested into Tagashi stuff. You know, so that again, right? It's like Oda's like, yo, I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna blah blah blah, and then you know I'm gonna come back, like because Oda understands, like yo, like there was a point where he probably wasn't doing it in a healthy enough way, and that was messing him up, you know. So he's like, yo, like I gotta make sure I finish this manga. This manga's gonna take me quite some time to finish, so I gotta make sure. So he's looking left and right. He's like, yo, some of these manga are getting sick, ill. Some manga have died. He's like, yo, I gotta make sure I get my rest. I gotta make sure like I'm somewhat, you know, I have some semblance of health. I gotta make sure I'm good. All right, because I think Oda also Oda understands just how much people treasure One Piece, and like he got to take care of himself. You know what I mean? Like dude is like literally like a Japanese like national treasure, right? Like they adore him in a way that like I'm trying to think of like an author that is like just as adored in like the United States. I'm really trying to think of it. I'm really trying to think of like an author that is maybe like a I don't know. I really got to think about it. I don't know. I don't know if we have something like an author that's as treasured in like the United States in the way that Oda is. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there are definitely authors that are like, you know, people like yo, this author's amazing, they're dope, da da da. But it's like in terms of like how they're perceived and how they're treasured by a country, I don't think there's an author in America that is, you know, like yo, this is facts. It's like I feel like they build a church. They build a church, you know, right? It's like yo, you know, it's like yo, Oda's looking around, yo, BDB like Oda is looking around and it's like I gotta make sure I stay healthy. So yo, that's why Oda gotta take them breaks. Oda gotta take them breaks, you know, and it's a smart thing that he's doing. Nah, Stephen King, I don't know. Not in the same way. Not in the same way. That's not to say that Stephen King isn't like beloved, but Oda is like I don't even know how to describe it, right? Like it's not just the work. It's like it's a part of like the culture in a different way. You know what I mean? Like there's like memorabilia. There's like so much memorabilia. It's ridiculous. There's like Stephen King does not have that level of like memorabilia. Stan Lee, maybe. I had to think about that. I don't know because I feel like I don't know. Maybe I have to think about it. But I don't know. That might be closer. That's yeah. No. But Oda, yeah. Oda might be a good not Oda. Stanley might be a good comparison. You know, just in terms of like people that are like creating stuff. Like yeah, like Stanley might be the best comparison because I feel like Stanley is like, to me, he's more beloved than Stephen King. Like people don't like, there are people who don't even read comics and they're like Stanley. You know what I mean? Like so yeah, I think Stanley might be like the closest like thing we have to like an Oda, to an Ichido or Oda. But again, it's just like you gotta let Togashi do what he's doing. You know what I mean? You gotta let Togashi do what he's doing. Why? Because like like his breaks are the reason why you're getting content. If Togashi sort of tried to do like pull a Bakuman in a Mashido, I think is his name or something like that, and he was like trying to draw in his hospital bed and like, you know, and he's like clearly like not really supposed to be doing that, like then it would like you wouldn't see the amount of like content that from Togashi that like we've been getting more recently, you know? Yeah, it's just it's yo, you know what I mean? Like it's thank you, Naya. It's just like but again, I do feel like Stanley's probably like the closest thing to something like that. Where like I think like a lot of people like when they, especially now, like when they hear Stanley, like they know what we're talking about. But like it's sort of different. It's like Oda's like, man, it's really, really amazing. But again, let Togashi do his thing. Let him do it, right? Like y'all, like it's okay. There are other manga out there. Go read that other manga. Go have a good time with that other manga. Togashi will be back eventually, right? Like, hey, look, he's gonna be back in like I want to say, what is it, like 2 weeks, something like that, or whatever. You know what I mean? He'll be back. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking. You know, where that Hunter at? Where that Hunter at? I'm not doing that. All right. You know what I mean? For Neverworld put out a video. He's like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? And you know, and good for him. You know, good for Neverworld, because like y'all that's probably not a healthy thing to do, to just like kind of, you know, around for a manga that you already know isn't going to be around for a while, and be like, yo, and it's not realistic, you know? So yeah, but yeah, leave Togashi alone. Stop calling him lazy. All right. Stop saying, you know, let somebody else draw for him. or draw the stuff for him or whatever. Like that's ridiculous. Because like I think people forget that mangaka are they're authors and artists. They're both. That's why for me, like to be a mangaka is like to me it's an incredible thing. Truly, like it's on another level. You know what I mean? In terms of like putting out like creating a story and putting it out there and being able to like do that, like do both of those things like on your own, and it's not on your own, but like in a certain way, you know? Yeah, for real. Takashi probably beat Dragon Quest, right? He's like, yo, I'm good. It's a good game. You know, I enjoyed it. I had my fill. Let's get back to this other thing over here, you know? And it's like, that's a joke. Like, we understand. Like, I think any of us that make that joke, we know that Tagashi is not like spending like a absurd amount of time like playing Dragon Quest. Like no. Like, you know what I mean? We know that like, he might actually be playing Dragon Quest, but I'm pretty sure he's not like Dragon Quest is to me is more important than like Hunter x Hunter. Something tells me that like I'm pretty sure like that Hunter x Hunter is more important to him than Dragon Quest in a certain way. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know, but he also has the freedom to be like, hey, like Hunter x Hunter, like I know what I want to do here. I got to set up. All right. But I need to rest, you know? And the thing with, so with stuff with like back issues, this is another thing that really sort of gets on my nerves with people, because people would be like, yo, man, he could just get like a proper chair, and whatever. And I've said this in another video before, but it's like, I remember my brother had like, he just like tweaked something. He just tweaked something. Maybe it was like a muscle around the back or something like that. He just tweaked it. And I remember him telling me, he was like, one of my little brothers, he was like, yo, like the pain, y'all, like ridiculous. Like he could not move. You know what I mean? Otherwise it was like like crazy pain. And now he just tweaked something. Tagashi had some pretty intense back issues, and they had surgery for it. And it's like, dude still got them, like still got them issues. So some of y'all, when you talk about like certain things, especially with the back, like back issues take out like world-class athletes. You know what I mean? Like, y'all remember Tracy? Y'all remember T-Mac? Y'all remember Tracy McGrady? You saw what happened to him when the back issues got to him? Y'all who are fans of basketball, y'all already know. All right? Back issues are no joke. Y'all saw what happened to Dwight Howard? Mind you, these guys, again, world-class athletes. These dudes were ridiculous. All right? They were ridiculous. Dwight Howard was a monster. T-Mac was a monster. All right? Yeah, go look up herniated disc. Go look up a bunch of things when it comes to back issues. No joke. All right? Yeah. HBK, Shawn Michaels, come on. Yo, come on. Back issues are no joke. All right? And the thing is, like, people are like, oh, he just has to sit in a chair. I'm like, do you understand like how your back works in terms of like alignment and having to be in a certain position, like when you're sitting in a chair? Yeah, like there's a reason why doctors and chiropractors and stuff like that, and people will tell you, you shouldn't sit in a chair for too long, like throughout the day. You should be moving around, like you should have a certain posture, because like sitting in a chair affects your back in a certain way, right? So if you already have back issues, sitting in a chair is only gonna make that worse. You know what I mean? Depending on what it is. So it's like, that's some people, like, they boggle my mind because they just be like blurting things out, don't know what they talking about, and it seems to like stem from them just wanting like content. They just want content, and I get it, you know. So here's what it is. Yeah, Larry Bird. Oh my goodness, you remember Prime Larry Bird was, again, he's a monster, and then Dream Team Larry Bird clearly was not the same Larry Bird. Dude was sitting on the sidelines, you know, getting his back worked on. not the same dude at all. All right, it matters. All right, and it's not to say that Larry Bird wasn't athletic at all, but it's like Larry Bird wasn't like in the same like athletic level as like a Michael Jordan or a Magic Johnson or a uh who else? Kareem or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't, you know? But still, like, and no, right, and like that, the back issues affected him in such a way that like, dude couldn't even like sit properly and stuff like, you know what I mean? Like he was laying down. Dude was laying on his front, getting back work, you know, just to be in a game for a certain amount of time, you know? Right? It's like he wasn't like super like athletic or anything like that. But it's like, yo, if you're in the NBA, you can't be like you can't be like a slow runner. You know what I mean? Like there's like a certain level of athleticism that you have to have, like if you're in the NBA, you know, and conditioning and stuff like that. So it's not like he was like some scrub like person, but at the same time, right? Like he was not on the level of like an MJ or a Kareem or even a Magic or anything, or a Julius Erving or anything like that. He definitely wasn't on that level, you know. Yeah, Jen, right? Like Jen, like the back is so important. People don't get it. They keep making these like ridiculous comments. But you know, it is what it is. I like what I like, right? Like I'm not saying don't make jokes. Because jokes, you know, like certain jokes like are fine. Like they're like whatever. Like we like a lot of them like stem from love. Like we make when we make Dragon Quest jokes, like that's like we understand like, yo, like he loves Dragon Quest. People like video games, like he adores it, so he's gonna play some Dragon Quest. As he should. You know, if he can do it, but something tells me he probably can't even play Dragon Quest for a certain amount of time. You know? So it is what it is. You know, and I'm not saying like he wasn't like athletic. Like I'm not saying like he was athletic, right? Like when we say athletic, I think we're talking about like by like NBA standards. You know what I mean? Like by NBA standards, like Larry Bird was not athletic in that sense, right? But like if we're talking about but he like dude ain't no slouch. Can't be in the NBA if you a slouch. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. Like there's just a certain level you have to be at. Just to get on the roster. But yeah, you know what I mean? Yo, we talk about Larry Bird, yo, this is what it is. But again, you know, just talking about manga, just talking about important stuff, you know, just talking about like how I feel about certain things. I gotta get to bed because my fiance has to get to bed. She got an important day tomorrow. You know, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do tomorrow. All right, I got work I got to do, things I got to set up. So you already know what it is. All right, I also want to just make sure, again, remember, there are two things that I'm setting up. I'm setting up the discussion the manga discussion that's going to be on Tokyo Tararebra Girls. All right. If you know any women that are interested, let them know. Let me know, let them know and let me know. Just let them, let them know that they can contact me via Twitter. All right. And just tell them to shoot me a tweet. All right. Or they can use an email. Right. They can use the email that's in the description. Okay. And also interviews. Let me know. All right. Yeah. I got you. All right, I got you. But I got you, BDB. I got you, man. But yeah, like, let me know if people are interested. All right, talk to them and tell them to contact me. Okay. And in the future, like I'm thinking about other manga that I want to do for those discussion videos. And I'm trying to see if I want to see if I can set up like a top 5 like stream where people write down their top 5 like manga and talk about why they view it as their top 5 manga. And I'm gonna try to get this set up. What I want to do is I want to see if I can get certain people into that stream. That's something that's really important to me. If I can get like certain I want to maybe like 2. I want to see if I can get like 2 maybe 2 of those streams. I'm gonna do like, you know, where I do top 5 sort of manga of all time for certain people. Maybe that'll be a thing that I do. Maybe I'll have like different guests on, and I'll say like, hey, what are your top 5 manga of all time and why? And there'll just be like different videos, you know, where I get people to do that, and it'll be like a few people in the stream. So the stream isn't like super long, and maybe it'll be like, you know, for me, I'll make a video of what my top 5 are, just so that you all know, so that when I do those videos, I can just be the moderator and like have other people talk about what their top 5s are and why those are the top 5s. And I would say the cap will be like I want to say 5, maybe like 4 or 5 people within any one given video, for any one given top 5 video. So, you know, I'll talk about it. I'll set it up. I'll write some stuff about it, and I'll see if I can get that going, because I think that'd be pretty interesting. I want to see what people pick. I think that's gonna be pretty dope. All right. I'm looking forward to your top 5, BDB. I want to see what you got. All right. So I'm gonna end the stream here because it is 11:02. I gotta get to bed. My fiance's gotta get to bed. And all right, I will see you tomorrow. I'm probably gonna. I don't know. If I stream tomorrow, it's gonna be late. It's gonna be a later like stream because I'll have work tomorrow, and I also have to like make sure I get like a lot of reading done, and a whole bunch of other things. Like I gotta get a lot of stuff done tomorrow. All right. So if anything, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna tweet about some stuff. I'm gonna have some. I got ideas. Yo. I got a lot of ideas. I'm gonna get it done. I need to do a lot more work in terms of the channel, moving things around, creating playlists, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll probably take like a weekend to do that work at some point, sometime soon. Just to make sure that the channel is like easy to navigate and that you can find certain content, you know, whenever. And that won't take me that long. I have quite a few videos, but I think that like, you know, if anything, I could probably like work through most of them and make certain playlists and stuff like that and set up my channel in a certain way. And I'll also probably like change my banner. I'll probably change the banner just because like I gotta change it. It's not accurate. So I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna ask someone if they want to make me like a new banner or something like that. I'll look into it. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. This is the Black Manga Critic saying thank y'all for coming through to the stream. This was pretty dope. I'm glad like all y'all came through, and I try not to stream too late, but you know it is what it is. All right, shouts out to you, to everybody that came through. Shouts out to Key, Naya, BDB, Family Guy, Shrek Savage, Shotty. All right, Michael, Kenneth, Ebon, what's up? Jen, okay. Shouts out to all y'all for coming through. All right, this is dope. I had a great time. All right, and I gotta go to bed because I'm tired. All right, I'm tired. All right, and I gotta get that rest. Too much work. All right, but I'll get it done. Because I gotta. All right, so I'll see you later, y'all. All right, I'm the Black Manga Critic. I'm out.